Greetings, listeners. I am your host and game master this evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to this Twisted Gear Studios production of The Legend of Zingdong. In collaboration with MacGuffin Media and the team behind the Nirvana the Web series, all episodes of Nirvana the Web series are now live on Telus Optic TV, as well as Telus' YouTube channel. Go watch the full season now for more nerdy goodness. And now, please enjoy the first episode of The Legend of Zingdong.
Universally known as the First Six, they came to the land of Midrule to create a world for themselves, shaped in a perfect image. 5 of the 6 had a shared vision of their grand utopia, an advanced, benevolent people of the land whose power stemmed from life itself. These peoples would serve the land, as well as the world. Working with all life on the land, their wills will be their own, as will their mistakes, as it is with the 6. One of the 6 did not share this vision. Understanding the great powers of him and his ascended siblings, believed that life-giving powers of Midrule could fuel a more ambitious conquest. Unsatisfied with creating free beings on one world, they could rule all worlds, enforce true peace on every world they touch with their greater view of creation and cooperation. This one, Gornan, was banished from Midrule via a magic seal created by his 5 siblings. Each piece of the seal created embodied the elements that they personified: fire, water, earth, air, and light. For thousands of years, the land of Midrule grew and prospered as the civilization came to master the art of harvesting the energy of life itself. They referred to this power simply as magic. For thousands of years, the land of Midrule never knew of the horrors of Gornan until it didn't. History is unclear how the world fell 1,000 years ago, but what is known is the world lies broken. Remnants of the old city lay across the land as minions of Gornan roam free. Pockets of cities, towns, villages, and civilization are scattered across the land of Midrule. At its center, the castle of Zingdong, the largest intact remnant of the old civilization. We start with 6 of you at the top of the main tower of the legendary castle of Zingdong. You're already in the middle of combat, trying to break an ancient summoning seal that was begun by a sorcerer named Borogai. Borogai creating the seal to bring forth Gornan into your world and destroy Midrule and all of you forever. It's been a grueling conquest and a grueling fight to get to this point, and already one of you has fallen. Mikhail has fallen, he struck down by Borogai, and now it's just the 5 of you that are left. If I can have all of you roll initiative, please, we're just going to jump right into it.
Mm-hmm. Which die do I use?
20. Alright, yeah, so you'll take your 20-sided die, and there is a initiative bonus section on your sheet near the top, and you're going to add that to whatever you roll, and that's the number you're going to feed me. Feed me, Seymour!
13.
14.
For no one.
Actually, real quick, anyone roll 15 or higher?
No.
Nope. Alright, so...
Did you?
I have a +4 on initiative, though.
Yep.
Well, you gotta add that to whatever you roll.
Here.
Oh,
Initiative,
18
okay.
then.
18
So,
then?
I got 23.
23?
Thank you.
Wow, nice.
Okay. Anyone roll between 10 to 15?
Yeah.
Yeah. 13.
Also
Alright.
13.
Both you 13? What's your dexterity, Matt?
Mine is 2.
+2. What's yours, Sash?
3.
Alright.
Wait, is this dexterity the large number or the one above it?
The modifier, so
It's the plus number.
Okay.
Yeah. And Tito, you said you rolled
I rolled an 18.
18? Alright, so that's the order. Fantastic. Alright, so you all stand at the grueling end of your journey, the top of the tower of legendary castle of Zingdong, finally trying to stop Borogai from opening the grand seal that'll bring Gornan into the world and end everything. And with this, Stephane, you rolled highest. You get to go first to try and stop this from happening.
Stephane is going to attack with his dagger. He's going to attempt an attack from behind.
Daggers?
Yeah.
All right. So, I'll say for the start of this, just from the beginning of combat. He's in the center of a chamber. The chamber is about 40 feet wide, 40 feet long. You guys are about 20 feet away from him. You can, if I recall, you've got throwing daggers? Or you have like 20 daggers or something like that?
I have dagger and hand crossbow. So I've got bolts.
Okay, so you can shoot him, you can throw daggers. If you want, you can try and close the distance. You have, I believe, 30 feet of movement on your sheet there. All right.
Yeah, okay. I will try to close the distance, but
All right,
halfway.
cool. So for every turn, everybody gets standard action, which not a whole lot can be done. It's usually for talking and activating switches. Your movement, you can move up to your full speed if you wish. There are certain abilities that take up your movement, and then you have standard actions, which is combat, skill checks, things like that. Some classes have use of bonus actions. Everybody gets at least one bonus action should an ability say that they have one. Otherwise, bonus actions are exclusive to class abilities. So, for the purpose of this, Stephane's movement portion of his turn is to close the gap by 20 feet to get right up close and personal to the Sorcerer Borer guy. And if I recall, your action is going to be to stab him with your dagger?
Well, no, I'm going to attempt to shoot him with the crossbow.
All right, fantastic. So, you want to get up close and personal and shoot him?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I'll get you to grab a d20. You will roll that.
A 2.
A 2 in the die. So, for adding that in there next to your crossbow on the sheet there's an attack bonus modifier number. That's what you'll add to whenever you're rolling for that particular weapon. So what's the total number?
7.
7? All right, so as you're running up towards Borgai, you take a shot with your crossbow. He easily deflects the bolt and it goes flying off into the wall, having absolutely no effect. And with that, you do have, if you do close the gap, how close do you want to get to him?
20 feet.
Within 20 feet? Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. So, if you wanted to keep moving, you got some more movement if you wish. But beyond that,
No.
No?
I will stop there.
All right. Next up, we've got Titus. You are also 30 feet away from the individual.
Well, that's quite the distance. All right. I too have a crossbow bolt. I have 20 bolts left. I contemplate because these things are expensive. But my friends
He's a
need me.
poor bard.
But my friends need me, so I decide to. Can I attack? Can I move into place next to Steve and then also attack?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It'll take up 10 feet of your movement. You can move up to 30 feet, so you can take 10 to get up.
Okay, so I move up to Stefan, and I tap him on the shoulder and tell him. So, what would be why would it be wise for me to shoot him if he just threw off your bolt as well?
Because it was a bad shot.
It was bad shots. So if I were to shoot him,
It was
and
a
hit
pretty
him,
bad shot.
It would then be a good shot. Is that the case?
By definition.
So I'm gonna try to shoot him.
Roll a d20 and add your attack modifier for your crossbow. Oh, God.
Where's my attack modifier?
Yeah. It's right next to where it would say...
+4. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
I got a 1.
That's not even... He didn't even read it.
And
Natural
with
one.
that,
Yeah.
as you're talking to Stephane, you're not really
That
paying
wasn't-
attention.
Wait, no, that wasn't.
That wasn't even a d20
20.
that he
Oh,
rolled.
oh,
though.
oh,
He
oh,
rolled
yeah,
a
really,
reroll.
d20.
Roll a d20.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, otherwise that could have ended horribly bad.
I got a 7 plus 4, 11.
11? All right. You as well go to fire. He catches the bolt and drops it next to his feet, seemingly unfazed by it.
I look at Stephane and I say, okay, by definition, you are correct.
All right, and with that, Ashlyn, you were up.
Okay. I'm gonna try hit him from here with my longbow.
All right, Ashlyn pulls out a massive two-handed bow, pulls back, and roll for it.
I tell Stefan it's
Oh,
not the
hang on.
size that counts.
Does it matter that it hit my pin, or should I roll again?
No,
Okay.
doesn't matter.
It's 5 plus
Oh, that's why she wanted to roll again.
5.
So 10 in total. All right, you as well go and take this long-range attack. You let go of the bow. This massive arrow flies right past Edith and Stephane's faces, and it seems to with a wave of his hand, Borgai has some sort of phased effect. The arrow goes right through him and strikes the wall behind, seemingly having no effect as well.
Great.
So I again tap Stephane on the shoulder. It wouldn't have mattered anyway.
And last but not least at the table for striking, no one.
No one.
What would you like to do?
So I just witnessed a arrow go through a person.
He seems to have done something and then it went through.
Interesting.
More so doing.
Can I have screamed sorcery?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. More so due to the fact that it just wasn't high enough.
All right. Well,
Sorry, what is the etiquette on speaking here? Like, can we talk whatever?
If it's short little quips, it's not such a
Yeah.
big deal. But if it's like full-fledged
Don't
conversations,
slow down the game.
Yeah.
Well, if it's one of those things where like a full conversation's happening, something will happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
to break that.
Understood.
Like
Yeah.
a bat flew in your mouth and shut you the hell up.
We'll learn.
All
right.
We'll learn the pace, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step up to where.
Well, actually, that's a. You know what? Really quickly, I apologize.
Yeah.
That's a good question. A good frame of reference is one full round of combat. So once Matt has completed his turn and Borgai's gotten his turn, one full round of combat in D&D terms is 6 seconds. So if you have something that requires the casting time of 1 minute, it's 10 rounds of combat.
Understood.
Yeah.
So just keeping in mind that whatever conversations you have, if it's longer than 6 seconds, then someone gets a free attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of the best
to
way to
know.
think about it.
I'm gonna step up to where Stefan and Titus are, and put my hand on both their shoulders and say, "Leave it to the professionals."
Everybody's very tactile.
Now,
I think it's time to say.
I have
"Did you hear
throwing
someone talking?"
axes?
No one's talking.
You have throwing axes.
Yeah.
You totally do.
so I'd like to throw one of my throwing axes at.
Roll it. Yeah, at the good old sorcerer.
Ooh, where's my attack bonus?
So it'll be the number in the
Next
box
to the
right
weapon.
next to the name of the throwing axe.
So 1d6. Oh, plus 5. Okay, so 23.
23.
Yeah.
With that, he comes up, leaves the professionals. He pulls out a throwing axe. He looks at you, Stefani, as it does it, and he throws it wide. And you hear "Pow!" as you look, and sure enough, the throwing axe has jabbed itself into the left shoulder, or the meat of the chest of Borgai.
So arrows were the problem.
Please roll the damage die that says next to your throwing axe.
No, I think
D6.
weak ass archers were the problem.
I can't hear you from your distance.
10 feet.
Oh, it was a 6. I was like, what is this symbol? It's
All
not
right.
it's not a number.
Dealt Borgai 6 points of damage.
Hooray!
That's like the most I could have done for him.
Yeah, there you go. All right, with that,
Where did the axe hit him?
In the
right
meat of
in
the
the,
chest.
left
right in the
shoulder.
chest.
Should have
right
aimed
in
for the
his
head.
left pectoral
Yeah.
muscle, if you will.
Exactly where I meant it to go. That's where.
Oh. I'm somewhat turned on by this.
Oh my god.
As you should be.
Borgai glares at you with malicious intent. He pulls the throwing axe out and he just drops it as it kind of has some semblance of burning to it as it falls to the ground. And he goes, "You should not have done that." And he puts his hand out to you and he casts some kind of flaming orb and throws it your way. He's casting a spell called Fireball.
Oh, okay. Can I?
What this means is that because the three of you, Titus, No One, and Stefan, are really close together, the idea here is that he's going to throw an area of effect fireball in your general direction. The three of you must roll d20s and add your reflex saving throw, or your dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity would be plus 2. Okay.
Well, if you have, a saving throw. So if you have a saving throw, if a dexterity saving throw is checked off for you, there should be a little number next to it, and that's what you'll be
Oh,
adding
there
instead.
isn't actually. It's checked off, but there's no number.
Oh, nice.
For you?
Yeah.
In that case, it will be your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity. That just must be a typo on my part.
Okay,
you
so
should
it's
get a plus
4 then. Okay, so I get 14.
14? 20? Oh,
7.
7? All right. It was really close, though.
Oh,
Titus,
fuck.
you very deftly leap out of the way and only are dealt half damage from this fireball, whereas Stefan and No One are not able to get out of there in time. They,
I complained that my clothes are expensive.
they're gonna.
If that's your real
Titus,
Yes.
you take 9 points of damage.
Wow, that hurts.
You two are dealt 19 points of fire damage.
Oh my god. Where even is my health?
It is under
Current hit points?
current hit points.
Okay, well I'm dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit point maximum?
Yep.
8.
Yeah, we're both down.
So Ashlyn, you and
Y'all
the last of your
Yeah.
the last of your team member is there standing there watching as a fireball strikes. Does it bring you to 0 as well, Titus?
What?
What are your health points at right now?
Yeah, I had 8. I'm at
You watch the 3 of them burn up and they kind of fall to the ground.
Even though I got out of the way.
Yeah.
Ashley.
What is this?
He dodged rather well, but whatever the part of the flame that hit him, it just went up his body and then just took him out.
It's very
Yeah, it's very flammable.
Flammable, expensive clothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last. As I mentioned earlier, Michaela's already fallen. Your other 3 friends have fallen. The 6th member of your party begins conjuring some sort of spell and incantation with. Oh, it's a good thing I rolled a 20. Begins some kind of an incantation involving 6 elemental stones. You recall having gathered for this fight with Borugai. And as he begins muttering the words to the incantation, the world begins to get cloudy and blurry, and Borugai begins to scream out in anger and frustration, "No!" And as he reaches out, he pulls some kind of ethereal spear and goes to throw it at the 2 of you. And you watch as it misses you completely. Yep. And it impales the 6th member of your team. And as the whiteness takes you and all of the corpses of your teammates before you, the memory of the 6th person kind of disappears as well, and you're kind of left in this white, cloudy nothingness. You're on a horse. You're headed to one of the merchant towns shortly outside of your the village that you've recently left, frequenting the barren woods north of the Castle of Zingdong. Sometimes you go into this town to resupply, and like any other day, you're going to town to resupply. The memories of your reasons for going to the castle disappear until finally all that you remember is you need to go to town and restock.
All right. So to town then, I guess. All by myself. Just headed into town on my little horse.
As far as you are concerned, that is a normal day for you. You are not usually with party members.
Okay. That makes sense, because I am a ranger doing my ranging. All by myself, with my horse. And sometimes a bird.
And sometimes a bird.
Yeah.
Stephane, also stepping out of a wooded, foresty area. Your health points are at maximum. The only thing you remember is that you need to gather a group of people. Some talented individuals to help you with your particular quest. Your quest that is yours and yours alone, should you wish to share it with others, but alone, you have a much lower chance of success. But before you, there is a town. A town you know nothing about, but if there's going to be adventurers, the tavern is probably where they'll be. Is there anything you'd like to do before heading into town, or just go straight to town?
Understanding that my appearance is not going to be common around here, I put my hood up and make my way towards town.
Fantastic. I would like you to do me a quick favor. If you could roll me just a deception check, please.
May I ask, how many arrows do I
Or,
have?
sorry, you could be for deception or for stealth, whichever one you prefer.
Okay.
Now, looking at your sheet, if you have one that's a higher number, you can choose which one. Yep.
I rolled a 1. But that was before you said I could change
Okay,
it.
yeah, you can. I suppose
So I want to roll it again.
Change the rules. You
Yes,
can roll it. It's fine.
Cards on the table. I want to re-roll it.
Yeah. Okay.
15. So 20.
20. All right. You put up the hood. You have a kind of a bandana that you can scarf. You can cover your face with, and you walk into town. And the majority of people don't seem to really think sideways or anything about you.
Exactly as I planned it.
with a 20 and not a 1. No one. You're entering town. It's a familiar sight for you. You have a wagon behind you of various collected goods through savory means, legal means.
Always
They can't
completely
need
legal.
them if they're not living.
Exactly.
And,
That's how I've always looked
You
at
do
it.
have a regular that you visit in town that you sell your wares to.
Yes.
What would you like to do on your way into town?
I want to make sure that my disguise is set. I often go into town dressed as one of the farmhands, as to not attract too much attention.
All right. So I will get you to do the same thing as Stefan earlier. Please roll either a stealth or a deception check, whichever one works in your favor for this one.
5.
What's the total number?
That is the total number.
Did you roll an actual one?
No, I rolled a 3.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
And that'll be deception, I suppose.
You know, for the purposes of this entertainment, you realize that you've misplaced the number one part of your attire
Ensemble?
that creates the the farm look.
The wig,
farm
of course.
hat. Oh yes, the wig and the farm hat.
Yeah.
However, there is a farmer nearby.
Hmm.
If you were clever enough, maybe you could lift.
That's
the hat
true.
off him.
I'd like to approach the farmer.
All right. He seems to be moving some hay from one pen to another.
And I suppose I'd like to walk up to him and ask him how the fields are looking this year.
You just come up out of nowhere. You ask him this.
Yeah.
Stops
I see he's working hard. I want to know how are the crops doing this year?
Look around. Do they look like they're doing mighty fine?
They look like they could be doing finer, but maybe I can help you out with that. You see, I have this in my wagon, and I pull out a bag of what seems to be dirt.
Uh-huh.
You see, this is no regular dirt. This is the most enriched soil that you can get in these lands.
Right.
You throw this on top of your crops, and you will be swimming in vegetables this year. All I ask is your hat.
Roll a deception check. Because I know for a fact you don't have magic dirt.
13.
Oh my god! Oh my god! He just looks at the dirt. You see him processing the information like, how bad could it be? Oh. Just a hat, huh?
Just the hat. I'm sure you have 4 or 5 of them lying around inside there.
Oh, what the hell? He grabs the dirt off you, takes the hat, he throws it on your head. This sweaty massive, he's been working all day in this hat. Just slapped onto the top of your head.
Just adds to my attire. You will not regret this.
Enjoy.
I'm going to hop back on my wagon and head into town.
Oh my god. All right. For Titus. In town proper, there's a tavern that you frequent here, and it is the Midrule equivalent to a Saturday night. And do you work with a band or do you work solo? Do you work with a band or do you perform solo?
I sing along with anyone who might partake with me. So, in this instance, I don't know these guys, but I might get to them later on.
Let's hypothetically say it's open mic night then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just finishing my last set, right? Am I?
I'm just tonight. There is an open mic, so there's
That's
a tavern. You can go. You get paid.
Okay. Always bring 4 bolts to a 3-bolt fight, for you never know when you may need an axe. That's. I stopped mid-song. For some reason, that song stuck in my head. It came to me last evening, and I can't recall why. But I've been Titus. I hope you enjoy your beverages this evening, and if anyone wants to buy me a drink, I'll be sitting over there getting to know most of the locals. Hey, if you're gnome, elf, or orc, come say hi. And I don't care what gender you are, male, female, or the third. I've been Titus, everyone. Thank you.
There's like one guy in the back that goes,
Woo, woo. Thank you.
it's like a guy that's just passed out in front of him.
I just said woo.
All right. So, went back around the table until we kind of start getting people crossed here. Ashlyn entering town, where's the first place you'd want to be going to stock up?
Well, the first place I have to go is to the vegetable vendor to get carrots because my horse gets really ticked off if I go all the way to town and don't get him a carrot. So I get him a little treat, and the vegetable vendor's very nice and always lets me tie up my horse there.
Okay, so you trot with your horse. Do you have a name for your horse?
Yeah, and I buy
Horseland.
3 horseland. No,
Please.
I get 3 carrots.
All right. So you go up to the merchant. He's got a carrot sticking out of his mouth. What's up?
For real?
Yeah.
Hello,
Man. If I'm gonna riff some stuff.
Hello, sir. I need to get 3 carrots for my awesome horse, Bosley.
Oh, I remember good old Bosley. It's been a while since you've come back to town. What have you been up to?
You know, just the usual, hanging out in the woods with, Peter, the raven. Don't much like people, but, I always like seeing you.
Well, I appreciate your company too. Caitlin, Marilyn,
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's
Yeah.
it right there. It's gonna be a gold piece, and you get your bundle of carrots. And I'll also keep Bosley here for the day if you need to go around town or anything.
That would be wonderful.
Oh, that's good.
You know that I love getting me a pint of that local mead, so I will give you your gold coin.
I heard they've got an open mic night on tonight.
Oh,
some
really?
weird folks are playing. Should be fun.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. No, okay, yeah, I'll still go. So I hand over my gold piece. Just make sure to give him plenty of water, because we were going full tilt earlier.
Oh, you will get plenty of water. I'll see you later. Have fun, but not too much fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Oh, you know I will.
All right, as you turn around, I would like you to roll for me really quickly, just for humor's sake. Just entertain me, if you will. Just roll a straight dexterity check. Whatever your number in dexterity is, add to what you roll.
Well, 4, because I rolled a 1.
Natural 1?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I can't believe this worked out. All right. As you turn, somehow on this beaten path in the middle of town, there is a rock sticking out of it, just in one perfect spot for your foot to strike it.
Oh,
You
sick, I'm
hit
clumsy
it,
too.
and you go flying forward into some strange hooded gentleman you have never seen before in your life.
Excuse you.
Stephane, this woman falls right onto you, seemingly almost like launches forward, having struck her foot on a rock. And
Unbelievable.
do you wish to catch her?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish to catch her.
All right. You know what? Actually, no, just to see what happens,
wish to
roll me
catch
another dexterity. You roll me a dexterity check. Roll a die and add 2, or whatever your dexterity
I
modifier is.
really want to incorporate that line into something later on.
I wish to catch it.
I wish to catch her.
Okay,
gotta
so
be cheesy.
I've got a 6.
A 6? Just like 6 in total?
Oh my god!
You can
Breaks her back.
You see her flying towards you, and there's this epic display of what could be considered flying. And for a moment, it looks like time stops. And as you go to catch her, she falls at your feet. For the sake of humoring me, Ashlyn, take 1 point of fall damage.
Oh, man.
As you fall flat on your face.
Well, it's perfect then.
Yeah. That just works.
Cool.
It's what? You know what? It really works. I can't believe this is happening right now. Anyway, so yeah, this woman is...
Oh God. I'm sorry. I want to try and help Ashlyn up, or not that I know her name. Pardon me. Let me help you up. What is your name?
You want to help me up like you just caught me, or?
I'm not the one who launched herself towards me. I mean,
I don't know what happened. I get up on my own, and I brush off my pants because they're super dirty now. My name's Ashlyn. Who are you?
I don't think it's the pants are the problem. I think you're pretty dirty in general.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing that I'm wearing all black because I'm kind of coated in dust now.
Can we is there relationship minus points?
Like the Sims?
The Sims.
Like you just have a minus point above your head?
Point. No.
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess. I'm Ashlyn. Who are you?
My name's Stefane.
Stefane. I've never heard a name like that before.
It seems to me that you might want to watch your step. Where are you headed?
What's it to you? Why do you care?
Just trying to make sure that you're all right. Could have been a nasty hit on the head there.
Well, it wasn't. I'm fine. But I was going to get a pint and go to open mic night, apparently.
Well, just so happens I was making my way to the tavern. Might as well buy you a beverage for your troubles.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I won't say no to that. I do love beer. And mead.
She did establish that earlier.
It's true.
Yeah. If it's liquid and alcoholic, I will drink it. Let's go.
All right, two of you head off. I suppose. Do you say no?
No.
No, I didn't think so. All right, sweet, fantastic.
He
so
did.
You guys
He
head
did
on.
say
Oh, you just did.
How
You
does
guys
that
head
work?
on
But
over
he
to
offered
the.
me a drink.
I do not say no.
All right, the two of you head off to the Babarito Tavern.
Mmm.
Yeah,
like it. I like
what?
it.
No, it's all no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you sir,
Mm.
no one.
Yes.
You head into town. You're disguised as a farmer. You look around, and people seem to be giving you weird looks as you trot through town.
I'm not used to this. I usually try and be as low key as possible.
Well, where do you wish to go with your cart of wares?
Maybe dropping these off at this point might be a little bit too hot. So maybe I'll stop around the corner from where I usually would drop this off and maybe take a load off at the pub in town.
The Babarito Tavern?
That's the one.
Oh.
That's the only one.
All right, so you stash your cart behind, basically like a back alley behind the tavern sort of thing? Okay, cool. Do you make any effort to hide your cart, or you just kind of like...
Yeah, I have like a blanket of leaves that I usually keep in there, and I try to make it look like it's an old cart that's been sitting out for a long time, probably abandoned.
All right. You roll a dexterity check too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of what that. I mean, I guess that's what that would be.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
I got a 4 on number 4.
It's so good. It's so fantastic.
Yeah. I think these dice
Okay.
are broken.
Yeah. As far as you know, you take your tarp, throw it over the top. No one's gonna be able to go answer.
Well, I have no reason to let my guard down now, so...
No, of course not. That's like roll a 4 and a d20.
Yeah, I keep my disguise on, and I head into the tavern.
All right. It's getting late. We're pushing the 11 o'clock hour at in Babarito Village. There's been a few interesting performances that have come and gone. Ashlyn and Stefane sitting at a table all on their own together. No one is there a particular table. You wish to find a table by yourself?
I wish to find a table by myself, but I like to find a table where I can see as much of what's going on as possible.
Roll an Aragorn check? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
The
table's already used.
If you wait long enough, there's a table that eventually becomes free, and you're like, all right, cool. You run in there, you very quickly make yourself look cool, and you sit in the corner, and it's mysterious.
Yeah. And I go on my phone.
And it's at this point that you're a human, correct?
Mhm.
All right. It's at the point now where the main barkeep goes on up onto the stage, and he, taps the magical audio stand in front of him, projects sound magically through the staff itself. Dum, dum, dum. Hi. Yeah, so we've gone through all the applicants for the open mic night, but heard that there was people that wanted to kind of perform some more, so place isn't dead yet. If you wish to come on up and do some performing, you're more than welcome to. And he gets on off the stage and goes behind the bar. Do you want to jump up and go again?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I saunter over to the mic, and I survey the room. I'm like, seeing a lot of new faces out here. Some faces not wanting to be seen, others unavoidably being seen. Looking at you in the back over there, Mr. Farmer, pointing in the direction of no one.
Oh, God.
Seems like an idiot.
This one's going out to all the lovers out there.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The legend of Zing Dong
Oh my
is
god.
one that's unknown. The legend of those that come and go. The legend of women and children and elves. The legend of treasures we keep on our shelves.
Does this tavern have stronger drinks?
I become charmed by the music.
The legend of Zing Dong is in us all. The legend of Zing Dong is in our soul.
Is this cover?
Is this a cover? I want you to roll for me,
Yes.
please. A performance check.
Sweet.
But because I appreciate a good role play, you get advantage.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. What do I get, a D20?
You roll your d20 twice, you take the higher of the two numbers,
Okay.
and you add your performance skill.
13.
Oh, you gotta roll again.
14.
Alright, so then add your performance skill number. So you got one?
Where's performance?
Bottom.
Should be under next to your charisma at the bottom of your sheet.
5.
Oh.
So add that together, your
So
total
that's
is 19. Holy
Yeah.
crap. Guys, you've gone to several bar in your lifetime, and you've heard some professional musicians, and you've heard some open mic nights, and some rare squatters go on up and try and make a couple bucks. And then there's this guy, this human vocalist up there singing. It's quite something. So I'm not going to make you guys try to drink harder drinks. If you wish to drink harder drinks, but he drinks, or he sings quite lovely. Whether they wish
strangely
to or not,
moved.
there is a box at the foot of at your feet of the stage. I'm going to say that with that, you will have made yourself 6 gold.
Oh,
with
sweet.
all the coins together, you get 6 gold from the box by the end of your performance.
I kind of feel like we should buy this guy a beer.
I'm not accustomed to such music from where I come from, but I think that deserves celebration. I believe that's the custom.
I love this music, but for some reason I hate this man.
Oh my god.
Yet I cannot let this performance go unpaid. The artist must be paid.
Oh my god.
Well played.
Okay,
Well played.
so I wave out to whoever this guy is. I'm like, hey, we liked your song. Come have a drink with us.
I smile and nod as my adoring public claps me off stage.
That one guy from the corner earlier
Yeah.
has become a group, and there's just everybody standing and
That's
clapping
nice.
you off stage.
I'm trying to yell at him. I don't know if it's working.
I make my way over to your table. I sit down right between the two of you guys.
Excellent.
It's like, oh, hey! I look over at, sorry, I'm trying to remember your name fully now. Ashlyn? And I say, you're quite attractive. And then I look over at Steffi and I'm like, you're also quite attractive. Are you two, is this a thing?
We just met. I fell on my face in the street.
I look at your eyes intensely for a moment.
Oh my gosh.
No, there's a familiarity there. In fact, for some reason, I feel that the three of us were destined to meet. Trust me, I have a sense about these things. Bartender, drinks for the three of us!
Sorcery.
And
Sorcery.
so
Sorcery?
what?
Sorcery.
We were already intending to buy you a drink. You don't have to butter us up quite so much.
Ah, yes. More drinks then. Two for each of us then.
Oh my gosh.
I call the bartender over.
Yeah. There's actually the bartender calls over one of the
barmaids?
One of the servers comes on over. An elven woman comes over. lot more high class than you would expect than just a regular tavern. She comes on over. Yes, what can I get for you?
Well, you can get us 2 drinks each, but make sure it's 8 because I want you to invite the gentleman in the back over there. He and I shared something tonight, and invite him over to our group.
I'll have whatever's purple.
I'd also like to know what you're doing later.
I shrug.
Yes, I'll talk to him. Maybe, absolutely. And she turns and leaves.
Stephane gulps.
I like her.
Mm-hmm.
While she goes to the bar, she makes a motion to one of the servers, one of the bussers. This young halfling individual with an apron over their waist there with the cloth kind of comes up to the desk and goes, hello, Mystery Wannabe. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing very fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. Anyway, I've been asked to send you a message from that table over yonder there. Apparently they want to talk to you. Mostly the singing guy. He kind of liked the cut of your jib.
I wave as hard as I can from the table, looking at him.
I pull my hood up over my head and slink down just a little bit.
Still weird myself in there. I don't know what's up, but you can take that as you will. But I'm gonna go clean tables now.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your message. I get up, adjust my disguise, make sure that everything's still where it's supposed to be, and I head over to their table.
You guys watch as, sure enough, this rather not well put together individual comes up to you, the hat kind of off to the side, some sweat dripping down from it. For a disguise, it's not very well put together.
I stand up from between them and come over to this side of the table so that he doesn't feel off-put. And I just look at him with a big
So
smile.
he doesn't feel
Yeah. Hello, the barmaid told me to come over here. I just wanted to say that your performance was quite intoxicating.
Oh, so is yours.
Well,
I pride myself in being able to read people, and you by far the most interesting person here tonight. We don't know each other's names, but that's by purpose because I feel that all 4 of us were meant to meet tonight. And not only because you're the first 3 people I've seen in this bar that are new since I can't remember how long.
It's strange that you say such things. My purpose here is to meet people to help me in a quest.
I also drink
Really?
here all the time. So that's weird. I've never seen you before either.
But
Have you
you're,
ever been cleaner?
I was wondering the same thing.
What a schnoz.
Right before you get to answer that embarrassing question, the elven waitress as well as the halfling busser come over with the 16 beers. Oh no, so the 8 beers. You said 2 for each person. I can do math. With the 8 beers, places them down, and she's like, "That'll be 6 gold pieces, please."
Oh, yes, of course. My winnings this evening. I give them the 6 gold pieces.
Just take-
And I said, it's not about the money for me. It's about this right here, this connection.
While he's doing this, I give her an extra gold piece as a tip and wink at her juicily.
Stephane gulps.
Just as intriguingly bad.
Yeah, okay. Now I have less money.
So, names. You, first, the dirty one. I thought you were olive-skinned at first, like myself, but something tells me you're not. I'd touch your face, but I know that's really rude in the common.
Mm-hmm.
So, who are you?
So, like, touching my face is rude, but calling me really dirty isn't?
I'm sorry, are you not really dirty? Are you not aware of your current present now?
We don't know what your disposition is. We know that you're covered in soot.
Yeah, well, I prefer to call it earth. And it's a healthy coating. Okay.
It's very
Is
healthy.
that how you
It's
keep
about
your
to
skin
sprout
so
its own
soft?
life.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, we'll have to talk later.
Are you one of the forest folk? Is that it?
No, I'm not from the forest, but the people who raised me taught me that a nice coating of charcoal would keep my skin supple for when I get married.
Aww.
Yep.
So in
Foolishness.
all this, she still hasn't told us her name, friends.
Yes.
My
Yes,
name
I'm
is-
interested now too.
My name is Ashlyn.
Ah, what a beautiful name.
What is your name, strange bard?
Oh, if you did not hear it amongst the crowd.
I did not.
I am Titus. I am well known in this region.
Titus?
Titus.
Titus. All
Titus,
right.
Titus, call me whatever you want.
Okay.
And yourself, noble sir. You seem very proud to be here.
That'd be an accurate assessment.
Strong with the personality, aren't we?
All of
Very
it.
strange.
So strange. to me.
Strange thing to say about someone.
How can you look braver?
I don't know. Apparently, there's a way to measure that.
What do you need to know?
Your name, of course.
When-
I just bought you 2 drinks. It's the least you could do.
My name is Stefane.
Stefane and Ashlyn. Such good names. I feel that something here. How about you, my friend? What is your name?
You can just call me No One. No one really knows my real birth name. I've gone by...
Including yourself, or?
I know my name, but I cannot speak it.
You know what?
Alright.
You and I share something.
Really?
I, for the longest time, did not even know my own last name. But I found it out recently.
Interesting.
Yes. Unfortunately, it is not in a tongue that I know. And I
Really?
don't know the race.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have some sort of parchment with this last name on it?
Well, I don't. But I can pronounce it. Maybe some of you, as you are strangers, maybe you know other languages. My last name is Hikama.
And you don't know what language it is?
No.
I don't think I'm familiar with that term.
Doesn't ring a bell to me.
Dang, my
I'm-
quest continues.
Can I roll for linguistics?
Sure.
All right.
Let's see here. Roll for me a just a straight intelligence roll.
Okay. 16.
16. I'll say, you know what? You haven't heard the name itself before, but just the way that he says it and the way that the syllables kind of line up, the northern Retons seem to have a
tongue
dialect
like that?
that's similar to that nature up in the mountains.
It sounds like a mountain name to me.
Ah,
I've heard it in the north, but I don't know the meaning.
that is more luck than I've had in the last year.
Interesting.
My new friends. I with this information, I have to head north. I need to know who I am.
But wait, Stefan, you said you were on a quest of some sort?
I think he said his
Stefane.
name was
Stefane.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. You said you were on some sort of quest. What do you speak of?
I don't know exactly where my path leads, but I seek dark, dark places. There are artifacts of shadow that I must find in order to save more than one realm.
Like in caves or mines? Because I love caves.
Where
and
they're in
mines.
the north?
Are there mountains in the north?
They are mountains in the north.
I think that's where I need to go to seek these dark places.
God, you're intense.
You know,
I've gotten that before.
I don't often trust many people but myself, but I feel strangely tied to you.
That's 3 of us. Head north, head north, head north.
But are there mines and caves? Because I love mines and caves. Is that what? Is that? Do the mountains in the north
they
have
do
mines
have
and caves?
many mines and caves.
Where I
throughout
come
the
from,
mountains.
there's a grand library, and Midrule's mountains are often associated with stories of dark places, caves, and mines.
Well, I should probably buy some gloves because I probably shouldn't touch the books. But yeah, all right. I mean, I'm not doing anything else. Can I bring my horse?
Your horse.
We'll need something to eat.
We will need.
Or ride.
Noble,
Yeah.
loyal steed.
Sorry,
Yes.
I meet people from the south. They eat
Yes.
horses.
He can
I
carry
don't-
out junk.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Bring your horse meat. That's fine. I have.
His name is Bosley.
I have a
Delicious.
carriage myself, actually. So
gracious.
we should be set as far as transportation.
Does it have like a horse attachment? Can it attach to a horse? Does it need?
It could. It already has a horse on it, but I mean, we could
It
connect it,
has
to
a
an.
horse on it?
Doesn't it?
I figured
What's
you
your
were just
horse's
kinda carrying,
name?
you know, lifting and pulling it yourself. But if you want to have a horse, fine, I'll give you a horse.
All right.
What's your horse's name?
It is nameless.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I should have.
No, that is his name. That is
it's-
the horse's name.
I feel like we're
It's-
barreling towards a misunderstanding.
Its name is lost within time.
Lost
as-
Within Time is your horse's
As
name?
it a
as was
racehorse?
mine. Yes, it won the Derby last year. As a matter of fact.
The
Oh,
Midrule Derby.
Yeah.
I've heard tell.
Yes,
Guys,
the
I have
Herbal
a
Derby.
really good feeling about this.
oh my god.
And as he says that, you guys raise your glasses to kind of cheers them because that's what people at bars do.
Yeah.
And as that happens and the cups collide, a massive rumble goes throughout the entire tavern and town as something crashes and explodes a few streets down in the middle of town.
What the heck was that? We gotta go check on Bosley.
Thank you for listening to this Twisted Gear Studios production in collaboration with MacGuffin Media. Our next episode of Zing Dong will air Friday, October 26th. On Tuesday, October 16th, we'll be premiering Spacers, our Starfinder-based actual play cast. And Tuesday, October 23rd is the premiere of The Call, our Call of Cthulhu actual play cast, GM'd by Derek Snow. The game system used today was the D&D 5th edition by Wizards of the Coast. Music in this episode was provided by Matthew Chung, composer for Nirvana the web series. Sound effects and ambient tracks licensed through Triune Films and Video Copilot. For up-to-date content, please subscribe to the Twisted Gear Studios and MacGuffin Media YouTube channels. You can find Twisted Gear Studios on Facebook and SoundCloud, as well as Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Mike Farrow, Tito Gielan, Ashley Lawrenson, Steve Reeve, and Matt Salem. Elizabeth Wells was our audio operator, and again, I was your host and GM, Zach Barrett. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.